The crystalline halls of the Velkari Palace shimmered with bioluminescent light, as Princess Elsa circled the human diplomat like a predator studying prey. Her silver skin caught the ambient glow, and her 4 graceful arms gestured dismissively at the armored figure standing before her throne. "This is what Earth sends?" Elsa's melodic voice dripped with amusement. "A creature so fragile it must hide behind metal and ceramic? How disappointingly primitive." Zia remained still, his face hidden behind the opaque visor of his combat armor. The delegation hall fell silent. Dozens of Velkari courtiers watched with luminescent eyes, their whispers creating a symphony of mockery that echoed off the vaulted ceilings. "Our intelligence suggested humans were warriors," Elsa continued, her secondary arms crossing while her primary ones gestured theatrically. "Yet you arrive wrapped like a frightened child in blankets. Tell me, human, do you never remove this shell? Are you truly so weak beneath?" The other diplomats in Zia's party shifted uncomfortably. Ambassador Chen stepped forward, her weathered face tight with diplomatic restraint. "Your Highness, perhaps we should discuss the trade agreements." Silence. Elsa's voice carried the weight of absolute authority. She descended the steps of her throne with fluid grace, each movement highlighting the natural elegance of her species. "I will not negotiate with a race too cowardly to show their faces. What partnership can exist between the mighty Velkari Empire and beings who cower in artificial shells?" The princess reached out with one delicate hand, her fingers tracing the edge of Zia's helmet. "Perhaps we should send you back to your little blue world, human. Return when your species evolves past the need for such crude protection." The courtiers laughed, a sound like wind chimes in a storm. Zia's voice emerged from his helmet speakers, calm and measured. "You wish to see what lies beneath?" "I wish to see if there's anything worth seeing," Elsa replied, stepping back with a dismissive wave. "Though I suspect I'll be disappointed." "As you wish, Your Highness." Zia's gauntleted hands moved to his helmet seals. The hiss of depressurizing atmosphere filled the chamber. He lifted the helmet free, revealing a young man's face, scarred along the left cheek with dark eyes that held no fear. His black hair was cropped short in military fashion. Elsa's expression shifted slightly, surprised perhaps that he would actually comply. But Zia wasn't finished. His fingers found the release clasps at his collar. The armor began to separate piece by piece. Chest plate, arm guards. The courtiers' laughter died as they watched. Zia removed each component with practiced efficiency, stacking them methodically beside him. "What are you doing?" Elsa's voice lost its mocking edge. Zia said nothing. He continued disassembling his armor until he stood in only the thin black undersuit that regulated temperature and moisture. The fabric clung to his frame, revealing the truth of human physiology. Elsa stared. Her people stared. They had expected weakness, soft flesh, perhaps visible bone structure, the fragility of a species dependent on technology. Instead, they saw something else entirely. Zia's body was a map of survival. Burn scars crossed his forearms. A puckered mark on his shoulder spoke of a wound that should have been fatal. His muscles weren't the exaggerated bulk of a warrior species, but the lean, efficient design of a persistence hunter. Every line of his body told a story of adaptation, of surviving against odds, of refusing to break. "You wanted to see," Zia said quietly. "This is what humanity looks like without armor, Your Highness. We're not particularly strong compared to most species. We're not the fastest. We don't have natural weapons or armor plating." He took a step forward. Elsa, for the first time in the meeting, took a step back. "We evolved on a death world where everything was trying to kill us, where the weather could turn lethal in minutes, where predators hunted in the dark and microorganisms attacked from within. We survived not because we were the strongest, but because we refused to quit. Because we adapted. Because we built tools and armor and weapons to compensate for what nature didn't give us." Zia's voice remained calm, but his words carried the weight of 10,000 generations. "You mock the armor because you've never needed it. Your people evolved on a paradise world with perfect climate, abundant resources, no natural predators. You're beautiful, Your Highness, and graceful and strong in ways humans will never be. But you've never had to fight for every single day of your existence." He turned, gathering his armor pieces with deliberate care. "The armor isn't a weakness, Your Highness. It's a testament to human ingenuity. It's proof that when nature gave us nothing, we took what we needed anyway. We looked at the universe and decided we would survive it no matter the cost." Zia began walking toward the exit, his armor stacked in his arms. "Wait!" Elsa's command cracked like thunder. "Where are you going?" Zia paused, glancing back over his shoulder. "You made it clear you have no interest in negotiating with my people. I'm saving us both time. I didn't dismiss you. With respect, Your Highness, I'm dismissing myself. Humanity doesn't beg for alliances. We've survived this long without the Velkhari Empire. We'll continue to survive with or without your approval." The silence in the chamber was absolute. Elsa's luminescent eyes studied him with new intensity. She had seen countless species come before her throne. Warriors with natural armor, beings of pure energy, hive minds spanning solar systems. All of them had sought her favor, her empire's protection or partnership. None had ever simply walked away. "Stop," she said, her voice different now, thoughtful rather than commanding. "Please." Zia stopped. Elsa descended the remaining steps of her throne, approaching him directly. Up close, she could see the faint tremor in his hands. Not fear, but the physical cost of standing unarmored in an atmosphere slightly thinner than Earth's. The temperature several degrees too cold for human comfort. He was uncomfortable, perhaps even in pain. Yet his expression revealed nothing but dignity. "I underestimated your species," Elsa admitted, and the confession clearly cost her pride. Perhaps we should discuss those trade agreements after all." Zia set down his armor. "Perhaps we should." As Ambassador Chen rushed forward to salvage the negotiations, Elsa watched the scarred human with newfound respect. She had learned something valuable today. Sometimes the strongest beings aren't those who need no protection, but those who face the universe's cruelty and survive it anyway. Humanity, she realized, would be a powerful ally indeed, or a terrifying enemy.